So with that, let's talk about importing modules in Python. Oh, I'm going to go make directory importing. I'll just call it Python import, cd Python import. I'm going to create two files, file1.py and file2.py. I'm going to code file star. All right. Oh, yeah, whatever. So I've got two files. On the left, I have file one. On the right, I have file two. And in file one, I'm just going to create a SayHello function that just says print hello. And now if I wanted to import this function into file two, how would I go about doing that? I'm going to actually code this and reopen up in a current window. So I've got file one and file two. Split the screen. So they're
from file one import SayHello.
So from, I could do from file one import SayHello. Will this work? So if I run SayHello and execute it, should it work? Let's clear it. So file one and file two are in the same directory, which is the Python import directory. And in file one, I'm declaring a SayHello method, which is printing hello. And in file two, I'm saying from file one, which is on the same directory, import SayHello. And I'm executing SayHello. So I'm going to run file two, see what happens. Okay, yep, that works. What else can I do? There's other ways I can actually import this. So I can also say from, or I can also just say, I think it's like import, import file one as just anything. Like I can literally just call it this. So I can say import file one and assign it to a variable called anything. And I can actually invoke that by calling anything dot SayHello. And it still works. I can also just import file one, and I think it should just say file one dot SayHello. I think this should still work. Yep. So import, there's import file one, there's import file one as something, and then there's from file one, import the specific method if I want to import something specific. If in file one, if I wanted to have another method called say goodbye, so here's this one. There's import file one, which corresponds to this, and then there's something.file or something.SayHello that corresponds to this one. And then there's also just from file one, import SayHello. So there's three different ways. But now, if I wanted to say like, say goodbye, I can do file one dot say goodbye. Something dot say goodbye. I'm going to comment these out. And I just want to import, just do this first example, and just importing the file one. So file one dot SayHello and file one dot say goodbye. Okay, that works. Now, if I wanted to import it as something else, because you kind of want to be like import file one as some, you kind of want to describe what you want to import it as. Like just like describing a variable or declaring a variable. Let's see, as file1, or import file1 as something. I'm gonna execute file2, still works. Now, there's from file1, import SayHello. I've got SayHello down here. Let's see if that works. All right. Now, if I wanted to do say goodbye, how do I import say goodbye?
Comma, say goodbye.
Comma, say goodbye. See if say goodbye works. Clear. Cool. So if I wanted to import multiple methods from the same module or library, it could be from whatever the name of the file is, import, followed by the number of methods that you want to import with separated by a comma. All right. Now, let's see. What if I make a directory called folder1, and I move file1 into that directory? Now, how can I run these files again? So let's move back up to the first example, file1. So if I clear it, let's see if this works. Nope, no module named file1. So it's currently not on the same directory anymore. How do I import file1 now? Does anyone know?
Folder1 dot file1.
Folder1 dot file1. Let's see if this works. Nope. File1 is not defined. Huh. Does anybody know? Kind of going down the rabbit hole. SayHello is not defined. Does it work for this one if I do from folder1 dot file1 import say goodbye? Oh, wait, hold on a second. I think I messed something up. So click that. File1 is not defined on line 5. Do I do folder1? Folder1 dot file. See if this works. There we go. So same thing with importing file1 as something. I can do folder1 1.file1 as something. Should still work. And then the last one, we've kind of already seen this from folder1 import SayHello, say goodbye. Cool. Now, what if I switch this? What if I deleted everything in file2 and moved the SayHello to file2 and wanted to run SayHello in here? How does this work? I can trying to think, do I go up a level? I don't know. Does anybody have any recommendations, ideas of how this would work if I wanted to run SayHello in file1?
I think you do import dot dot file2.
Dot file2. And then
It might be without the forward slash. I'm not sure. Yeah.
All right, let's just try it. Just go down. And then would it be file2 dot SayHello. So ls, so Python file 2. Oh no, I want to do file 1, right? cd folder 1 ls Python file 1. Invalid syntax. Just do a / there. Still nothing.
Just one dot instead of two.
Let's go to one dot.
One dot's current folder though.
Yep.
2 dots should have worked. What am I missing?
Let's look at this. How to import file. That's what I import file from parent directory in Python. So I've got Stack Overflow, import. So importing file from parent directory. I'm going to open a couple of these just to look at. So how do I file? So there's this application test main. Okay, not supported. If you'd like your script to be more portable, consider finding the parent directory automatically. Interesting. So none of these answers are specifically, like, no one's actually approved them yet. This. To import a file in a different subdirectory of the parent, try something like this. That only has 1 vote, but I saw that also up here. Something like that. I'm gonna look at other ones. Oh geez. Answers, import ... Import a. I'm gonna look at that. Because that, like, kind of like from a intuition standpoint of how you navigate folders, this might, like, this import, what is it, file 2. Let's see if this works. I've never tried this one before. No. Attempted relative import with no known parent package. Oh. Import echo, filters. There's got to be another way. If you'd like your script to be more portable, consider finding this. I'm going to just Google this. I don't even know what it's. Okay, why can't I find scripts directory?
Yeah, that might help if you were moving from like a development to a production server or something like that. But
Yeah.
That's adding the file above to your path environmental variable.
Okay. Let's do. Oh, I'm gonna try to Google something else. Importing file from parent directory Python.
yeah, I'm really confused because I know I read yesterday ... will move you up 1 level and ... will move you up 2 levels.
That's weird. Importing modules. There's 18 answers for this one. So this person's running 2.5. I don't know. This might not work because we're running 3.7. Yeah, I don't know. Does this work? So, cool. So F, import AE. What script, what documentation am I on? 2.7, I don't want that, so that's not good. So that's irrelevant. All right. So I'm seeing this again. I'm just going to copy that other one. Seems like just trial and error at this point. From OS, import file2 as something. I should do. Then I'm going to run file2 dot say hello or say goodbye or whatever. Doesn't really matter. Clear. Okay, so this works. Now it's kind of like, what is this? So we have to import the OS library, import the system. It essentially looks like system path, OS, directory name, OS path, OS absolute path, and then the file.
So a lot of those comments on the Stack Overflow were saying that if you had the init py file, you could use the dot notation.
The dot notation.
Yeah, like
So-
dot file.
So in this folder, if I done a init, is that right?
Let me look.
Like the init? So from what you're saying and from the documentation, it says if you have an init.py, you can use the notation.
I believe so. Jason gave an answer on this the other day, I think.
I think you have to say from dot
Yeah.
import.
Or file2. See if this works. Come on, work. Nope.
So the first solution, line 1 and 2, that's basically adding to your system's path environmental variable.
Yep.
The first thing is getting the directory name of the full, so it's getting the full file path, and then it's just getting rid of the file name, and then it's doing the dir name one more time to go back one directory.
Yeah, essentially it's like putting everything into one directory, or like in the same directory. That's why this is working. It's because this is essentially putting everything in the same directory, so you're able to import it like it actually is in the same directory.
Does it work if you say from Python - import
From
Python - import the name of your parent folder?
oh,
It'd be strong, no space there. From
Yeah.
Yeah,
what is it?
I'm just curious.
Python import.
Yep.
Doesn't
Yeah.
like that.
Doesn't like that, but
But let's see if it works. So from import. Is it file2?
yeah.
See if that works. Yeah. So yeah, this syntax of the folder. I wonder if I change that folder name to like underscore, because it was the underscore work. Yeah. How do I change this folder name?
Yeah, in VS Code, I don't.
I'd have to go up a level, 2 levels.
Well,
Reopen everything and I'm just gonna manually change it. Let's see if that might work. All right, and then CD and a Python import. And then CD in the folder 1. And Python file 1. Yeah, no. Yeah. So it looks like this is the syntax. Oh, what the hell just happened? If you want to execute files from a parent directory, I don't know. Do you know of any time this actually comes up? Does anybody ever, Chris, have you ever seen this actually come up before?
Not in my experience.
Yeah.
The only place you're gonna really see the syspath.append is in Django's WSGI file. It goes along with the manage.py entry point file. So the first thing it tries to do is append the location of your entry point into Python path. The Python path is where Python searches. It's like a list of folders of where Python's going to search for your modules at.
Yeah.
And then
We're
if
not
you
going to
add that,
Go ahead.
yeah, if you add that, it will detect your modules, but that's only if you start running into init problem, like init.py problems, which if you leave init.py out, you will run into some weird problems. Like you don't have to add it until you start running into those problems. So if you have import errors that shouldn't be happening, then you have to add init.py.
And yeah, we really don't go into that much depth in the WSGI file. We just kind of touch on it. But just so these are the different ways to import. You'll rarely ever need this. What you've seen in the school interface is pretty much the extent of importing. Yeah.